Ireland has brought in reinforcement.
Yeah, but would that be enough?
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, your channel of undiluted sports content. Raymond and I are here to talk about the upcoming ODI match between the West Indies and Ireland. Raymond, 8th rank versus 12th rank. Some would say Ireland is West Indies' beating stick, but after the last matchup, where West Indies won by 24 runs, the contest is closer than we thought, and it really boils down to who made the better decision in the end that came out victorious. So, what's your thoughts on this upcoming match, West Indies versus Ireland, ODI, the second one at Sabina Park?
Yeah, so I'm expecting more of the same, more of mind games amongst captains, more of hard work in the field, more of taking their chances, more of running between the wickets, more of being very strategic and taking their shots very carefully to eke out a victory. Hopefully tomorrow is not as hot as the first match, so the Irish won't be in the fields and toiling and pretty much tiring because you know it's how hot it is and feeling and stuff like that. Hopefully it's not like that tomorrow. However, a very cool weather for both of them so that they can not have that as a factor in the game.
So, if we're to look a little at the summary of the last match, West Indies batted first after Ireland won the toss and sent them into bat. 269 all out for 48 overs and 5 balls. We struggled at the start. Captain Pollard and Brooks brought us back in the game with a 155-run partnership. We don't expect to produce the same sort of result if we perform like that, especially batting up front. And it's not like Ireland was bowling extremely well. It's just that we made some bad shot selections and pretty much gave away our wickets.
Yeah, that's true. I'm hoping for this go around. It should be a way different. You know, especially the persons who start off the early batsmen. Hopefully they can set a better tone, and at which you know we eclipse that 269 easily. So if they are able to set a better tone when say Pollard and Brooks comes in, it should be a little bit different, and they themselves should just be able to bat as freely and pile on runs. So you know, make use of the balls, as I said, run between the wickets as best as possible, but being able to get good shot selections and not afraid to go for boundary and stuff like that.
And then when Ireland chased, they made 245 from 49 overs and 1 ball. And at one point, it looked like they were going to chase down the runs, but for some reason or another, they struggled in the middle to lower end of the batting order. And we see that they've brought in some reinforcement. The experienced Paul Sterling is back in the team. He was originally part of the squad, but tested positive for COVID and had to remain in isolation. Now he's available. They're supposed to add some strength to their batting lineup with such an experienced player.
Yeah, so if persons remember that remember Sterling, remember playing with O'Brien. O'Brien was like a big deal for Ireland back in the days. I remember how
Right.
terrible he was. So if persons should remember what Sterling can offer is similar to that of O'Brien, a really experienced batsman would definitely, if placed properly, would be able to pile on some serious runs and make chasing or even putting up scores what a tall ladder for West Indies. So let us see if that's the case and if that introduction, you know, or that reinforcement would be create some issue to West Indies.
Sterling, of course, played 134 matches for Ireland, Raymond, scoring almost 5,000 runs at an average of 38.9, which is pretty good in one day. 12 centuries and 26 half centuries. So he have some pedigree and will definitely add some firepower to the Ireland lineup.
Yeah, of course, and that's what we say. When they get this firepower, I wonder if it is going to be enough. Hopefully, our bowlers and fielders are aware of his game and able to set up a proper field as well as work within the field to ensure to limit him and put pressure on him because he's a very, very good batsman and also very experienced. So he understands the game, understands certain things, and so against our youngsters, it might be a little tricky. But let's see what West Indies have in store.
And talking about the youngsters, we saw them performing extremely well in the last match, though it's Ireland, 12th rank. I mean, we also spoke about how the openers and the top order batsmen adjusted to the pitch. And one of the things that we would hope to see is that the top order batsman play better cricketing shots and score some more runs so that West Indies can dominate this match because 269 all out without even completing your overs is not total domination, and it leaves room for a team like Ireland to pounce. And unfortunately for Ireland, they didn't. But what else do you want to see the West Indies team do differently so that they can actually dominate this second ODI?
Well, of course, the top order batsmen, I just want them to put on some serious run. Set a good run rate. Set a good run rate. Something I'm expecting pretty much anything over 5. Set a good run rate, and as such, when the other persons come in, the more experienced person like a Pollard comes in, he's able to not actually have to steady a ship, but more or less to pile on and to maintain current run rate, and so pushing us into the 300 region. As you said, it's not good for us to not bat out the entire one day in terms of not hitting the 50 overs and score at 269. That's not excellent. So we need some work around. We need some work there where that is concerned, and the work is clearly from the top batsmen, the persons at the top of the order.
And if you're to take away Brooks and Pollard from that batting lineup, the score would have been less than 100. So we definitely expect all the batters, once they go out there, to apply themselves, play proper cricket shots, because what we notice with the pitch is that the ball comes onto the bat and it is easy to bat on. So there shouldn't be any issues per se. And the Irish bowlers are not freight train express from wherever they're gentle medium pace bowlers. But what does the Irish need to do to make a match of this?
Hey, more of the same. They really don't have nothing to lose. They're in Sabina Park, Jamaica. They don't have anything to lose. So it's just more of the same, if you ask me. Work in the field. So if they're able to win the toss this time around, I should expect them to bat. They should bat and put some pressure on the West Indies. Tire them out in the field. If the condition, especially if the condition is super sunny, just make them chase ball around. And if they're able to do that, then that should put some serious pressure on that. When the West Indies comes in to bat, they will be pretty much exhausted in that sense and want to get this over with. And once West Indies want to get something over with really quick, then they swing for the boundary and forget a lot of strategy and game plan. And then you get this bat up and catch thing. So Ireland, that is a game. If you want to beat West Indies, they're the type of team who just want to get things over with, especially if they are the one who has to feel early.
So basically making it a brain teaser on Ireland will win.
Well, that's a strategy. If Ireland wants to win, that's a strategy. Of course, West Indies know what they need to be done in order to win this game.
And we also just want to mention that Matt Bryan suffered a head injury in the last match, so we want to wish him all the best and hope that he will recover in time for this matchup. But who you think are going?
Yeah, I'm thinking West Indies, and I'm hoping to see 300 runs on the board. I don't see how West Indies should lose this game. Ireland will make a match of it and score way more than the 245, but I'm expecting West Indies to pull through.
So, like you too, I'm expecting West Indies to win, and I would love to see over 300 runs on the board. And just to note, by West Indies winning the first match, they gain 10 Super League points. So that will contribute to them qualifying for the World Cup, whether they're going to go playoff or them go straight into the group stage. So another victory here will give West Indies an additional 10 points contribution towards that. So me expect West Indies to dominate this over 300 runs and bowl out Ireland for little or nothing, or better yet, Ireland make a match of it. Fans out there, we would love to hear from you by you leaving your comments in the comment section below. What's your thoughts on this matchup, West Indies versus Ireland? Who you think are going to win? Which player you think are going to dominate? Who are going to be the man of the match? Who are going to influence the game? Leave all those comments in the comment section below. And always remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. And to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell all of them friends to come and join the Sports DTM family. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Be blessed.